We're gonna talk about my appearance from yesterday. Did you guys watch it? I know it was sudden, so and I mean it wasn't sudden, but it wasn't announced beforehand. So I think some of you guys don't yeah, some of you guys missed it. Yeah, you waited until now? Okay, that's actually fine because we're gonna watch it together and I'm gonna explain and try to translate a little bit. It was decided already a long time ago. It's not like I replaced Okayu senpai, but originally I was supposed to be like, if Okayu senpai was there, I would have been there for half an hour or so. But since Okayu senpai got sick, unfortunately, I was there since the beginning until the end. Yay! They changed up some things and then I was able to participate the whole time. And I want to talk about the experience because it was kind of a first time experience to, yeah, do some things. First time variety in 3D and at the studio there. So, yeah. I tried to go to Korone senpai sometimes because I missed her. She was so far, and you know, until the stream, we were like a match made in heaven. You guys don't even understand what happened before the stream. We were flirting so much, and we kept on staring at each other for hours. And then during the stream, it suddenly stopped because she was so far away and we couldn't look at each other anymore. But I really wanted to go to Korone senpai. Yeah, I love her so much. Oh my god. Yeah. Yes, for hours. The moment. Oh my god, she was praising me so much. But I'll tell you more about it later. But I'll tell you the love story when we got some more time later. But just want you guys to know that, and really unexpected love has bloomed. Just trying to get closer to Korone senpai. So this is, again, just another attempt of me trying to get back to Korone senpai. That's really just it. And then Subura senpai got jealous, pushed Korone senpai away, and made me sit on her. I miss her already. Surprised how people want to be sat on by me. Okay, next is charades. When I saw charades in the script, I was like, heh. Again, charades is always like charades is always part of these 3D like activities, especially 3D debut streams. So always charades. Here we decided who of the team is doing the charades, and you know, since it's my first time in a variety program, I got the spot again. And here I'm flossing. I think before the stream I taught, I think Korone senpai how to floss. I was like, do you know this dance? And she didn't know, but I explained her it's from that shooting game. What's it called again? I forgot. But Korone senpai guessed it right. Yeah, Fortnite. Yeah, I think I taught her. I taught someone. I think it was Korone senpai. Okay, next is Korone senpai. And she's... Don't you think it's sweet how she's choosing me? For when the prompt is... impersonate someone who is part of the cast today. That just proves how much we fell in love with each other on that day. Again, I wanted to repeat my joke and said, Korone senpai! Oh, I guessed it right. But she continued doing it because there was no ping pong ping pong. She was confused. And I'm like, what? What? I'm right again? I got really excited there. That was my second right guess in a row. I'm just too connected with Korone senpai. I was throwing hearts at her. Phoenix movement, apparently. And I said, no, I'm happy about that because normally if people try to impersonate me, they do a chicken dance. But that's not okay. Yay! I got 2 points. 2 points for our team. So, where do I start? First of all, I was very much earlier in the studio than the others. Had to go there early. Was the first one. Was alone for a while, and I realized I made a mistake because I realized I'm gonna be meeting a lot of them for the first time. So I wore a really cute dress and made my hair look nice and all that, and did my makeup really nice. Wanted them to have a good impression of me, right? So I get there and then I change into, you know, don't want to break the fourth wall too much, but you know what I change into, right? I don't have to say it. So that messed up everything, and I didn't look so cute anymore. My hair was messed up, and yeah, no cute dress anymore. So I think the first one that came in was, I think, Mio senpai. Mio senpai was on time or early. I didn't look at the time. And it was so nice to hear her voice. I was so excited. Yeah, I don't know. I was so nervous though when I realized, oh, the members are starting to come in now. I was like, oh shit, what am I gonna do? やばい。先に一番うちは早めに来たんだけど、その後一番目に来たのが、一人目に来たのがミュ先輩でした。And yeah, then soon after, Korone senpai walked in, and it was like love at first sight. I don't know. Well, first I was like freaking out. But then, you know, we sat down and we're just talking, you know, Korone senpai, Miu senpai, and me. We started talking, sitting in our room, and, you know, I noticed that I'm just looking at both of them too much. But Miu senpai was sitting right next to me on my right side, and on the other side of the table, Korone senpai was sitting kind of like diagonally to me. And so my eyes constantly went to Korone senpai because she was, I guess, easy for me to look at her from like how she was positioned. But she was also staring at me the whole time, even though she sat right across Miu senpai. So we were both staring at each other the whole time while we were talking. And I got so embarrassed by it, and I eventually was like, I'm so sorry, I'm looking so much at you guys. I'm gonna try to stop. And then Korone senpai was like, no, don't stop. I wanna look at you too. Look at me. I look at you. We wanna stare at each other. And I'm like, really? She said, I'm also staring at you. and then like Korone senpai would just continuously praise me. She was like, one question she asked me is like, Kiara, did you never want to be an actress? You could be an actress. You're so pretty, you could be an actress. I'm like, I guess when I was like 9 years old, maybe I wanted to be an actress, but no, not really. And then later she said, oh my god, your nose is so beautiful. You have such a beautiful big nose. Big. I wouldn't say it's so big, but you know. And then she was like, are your eyes real? And then everybody started laughing. This was at a point where I think Subaru-seppa was already there and everybody was laughing. Fubuki-seppa was also there. She's like, Kiara, are your eyes real? And I'm like, yeah, and everybody's laughing. Did you really just ask her if her eyes are real? Yeah, and she's like, oh, your eyes are so beautiful. Yeah, look at my purple eyes. Oh yeah, at some point, she was like, oh, I get it now. You look like you're out of Final Fantasy games. And then the others, I think Fubuki-senpai was standing there and she was like, yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, I agree. I'm like, this is not the first time someone told me I look like I can't come from a Final Fantasy game. Korone senpai めっちゃ褒めてくれたの、見た目。目が綺麗とか、目本物とか、鼻高いとか、綺麗とか、ファイナルファンタジーに出てきたみたいから出てきたみたいとか。めっちゃ照れる。うん。Yeah. So she kept on praising me, but I was also praising her. I said I really like her looks and you know, we were like constantly looking at each other. And then sometimes when we were not sitting down at the table, she was like, you know, further away on the other side of the room. But once our eyes would meet, we would both like grin and smile at each other and like, yeah. And I would be suddenly so shy and look away. I don't know what was going on, man. I did, honestly, Korone-senpai, because of the troubles we've been having to schedule HoloTalk, I thought Korone-senpai was the least likely for me to get along the most, you know what I mean? Of course, I didn't think we would hate each other or so, but I did not think it would go so well. あまりにもコロネ先輩と仲良くしてて、意外にこんなことありえるって思った。こんなことある？ So, because we got along so well, I did ask her, コロネ先輩、HoloTalk. And she's like, yeah! And then we did decide that we're gonna do HoloTalk soon. She was very motivated, and I think it's gonna happen beginning of February. We decided. I said, how about beginning of February? She's looking at her phone, checking, and like, yeah, I can do that. And yeah, looks good now. Very positive. Korone-senpai said she watches my streams, by the way. I know Korone-senpai's name comes up a lot, but I'm telling you. We were like on top of each other the whole time. She said, I do watch Kiwara's streams. And I'm like, eh? What do you mean you watch my streams? What? When? What? Huh? Are you serious? She says, yeah, I watch them. I watch it a lot as like a background, like thing when she's doing something else. Me? As her background noise. She said she likes hearing English as background music, kind of. She said she doesn't understand what I'm saying, but she enjoys the English part. All of that happening. There was also like some skinship happening here and there, you know, touchy and throwing kisses at each other and giving each other heart signs and yeah. One time in the rehearsal, I was standing right next to her, and she kind of, I guess, accidentally touched my butt, and she was like, "Oh, sorry," and I'm like, no problem." And then, you know, since she touched my butt, I sat on top of her, and that's why I kind of repeated it later in the actual stream. Yeah, by accident. Yeah, by accident. She was so sweet. They were all sweet, you know. I don't want to I want to make sure you know this, but I just had something going on with Korone senpai. And I'm gonna fast forward to after the stream. When it was over, you know, everyone just really quickly changed back into their clothes. Speed. And I was too shy to go into the same room, so I waited until they were all done changing. And then I went in and changed really quickly, but I heard they were already like about to leave, so I went really fast. And then I left the changing room, and then I stood proudly, finally presented myself in an okay manner in front of the girls, and they were like, wow, cute, wow. And I'm like, this is how I really wanted you guys to see me for the first time. And especially Korone senpai was like, cute. It was like she had a crush on me. Oh.ねえ、番組が終わったらね、みんなすげえスピードで着替えてもう帰ろうとしてて、でうちの私服見てもらいたかったから急いでうちも着替えたんだけど、見てもらった時にみんなすげえかわいい、めっちゃ褒めてくれたの。特にコロネ先輩はその一日中ずーっとイチャイチャしてくれてて褒めてくれたり、いやーてて So and then you know, people, they were leaving and they were all going to Miu senpai's place. I didn't wanna like push myself, you know, we just met, you know, I didn't wanna ask if I could go to Miu senpai's place. Sasugani, I didn't want to invite myself, you know, because I think Japanese people have a hard time turning down people. So but they were about to leave, so I said goodbye, and I gave everyone a hug, even though I am very much aware of how hugs are not you know, pretty much only like close family and lovers hug in Japan. But I couldn't help it. I was so happy to meet them, and I've been too used to living overseas again, outside of Japan. I couldn't hold it back. Gave everyone a hug. But when it came to Korone senpai, you know, I gave her a hug, and then we're like bye bye, really sadly, and she's like bye bye Kiara-chan, and I'm like bye bye Korone, and then she's like one more hug, and she comes back to me to hug me again, and hug, and then we say bye bye and bye bye Korone, and she's like bye bye Kiara, oh there's someone, let's hang out, let's have fun, and then she says one more, and she gives me a third hug from her, yeah, and I thought, okay, that must be it. But then, you know, we go like bye again, and then we look at each other like PM, and she gives me a fourth hug. She gives me a fourth hug, and we're like la, la, and the staff around us are laughing at us. and then I thought, okay, well this must be it, because it's starting to get a little bit awkward. But we're like bye bye Korone, bye bye, and she's like bye bye Kiara, bye bye, love you, and I'm like love you, and then we look at each other, our hearts are breaking, and then I say, come on, one more, make it 5, one more hug, and give one more hug, and then basically we had to be torn apart. We had to be torn apart to end it, because it was never ending. マジでずっと何度もハグしてて、バイバイできなかったから、結局スタッフさんになんとか、なんだろうな引っ張られた。No, you hang up, yeah, but in real life, yeah. I was so shocked by how that went. I never expected that. Unlimited hug works. Now I'm thinking, imagine Okayu senpai was here. Do you think this would have happened? こんなにね、イチャイチャしたら、岡谷先輩がいたら、本当にこんなことできてたんかな？ Would that have really happened? I don't think so. Or maybe we would have had like a love triangle situation. Or Okayu senpai would have joined in. Would you have even done the quiz? Well, the script was a little bit different before we knew that Okayu senpai wasn't coming, and I was not gonna be part of the whole thing, just like the later half. Yeah, so there were some changes being made.